So what we're going to do now is I'm going to share with you the practice of opening your Wiracocha. The idea is that we have an 8th chakra. There's 7 chakras in the body. And there's an 8th chakra that is outside the body but inside the field. And this 8th chakra is who we are in between incarnations, in between births. So that when we die, we upload all the information in our 7 chakras. We upload them into the 8th. And then that 8th chakra, which is in the shape of a luminous egg, goes to select the family and the parents that we're going to be born into. And the minute that we find them, we download that information as we're conceived into a new body, into 7 new physical chakras. And the 8th chakra remains empty. It remains an empty vessel that exists outside of time, but manifests in time as this body. And when we expand that 8th chakra, we're stepping outside of this time-space frame that we're living in, and we're coming into a place that is absolutely flawless and impeccable. And this is the place that we want to return to, of course, after we die. But one of the benefits of the opening of this radiant sun around us is that it creates an extraordinary protection. Absolutely nothing can penetrate it unless you have a tear in the field. So we're going to be learning how to expand it and then track inside this bubble to see if there are any tears in it, or if there's any place that the fibers need to be mended a little bit and corrected and combed or brushed. So let's begin with our hands to our heart. Deep breath. And another. And then on an in-breath, let's begin to bring our hands up into this radiant orb, this radiant sun above our heads, and turn our palms out and envelop ourselves in this radiant sun. Envelop yourself in this timeless radiant sun, who you are in between births and deaths. Envelop yourself in this body that has seen the birth and death of galaxies, timeless, ancient. And I'd like you to reach up and expand it around you again, and in front and back, behind you, and to the sides. And I'd like you to use your hands to track, to feel the inside of this bubble. And notice if there are any tears, any holes, and if you find any tears or holes, repair them with your hands and your intention. Repair that energy, patch it, allow it to regrow, and see it mending itself. Scan your field from the inside, your 8th chakra. Go ahead, you do this as an exercise in tracking. When we teach shamanic tracking that we do in the full course, we begin with this. We begin tracking the inside of your own field. What has gotten into your field that doesn't belong there? And how do you get it back out again? Just like we can end up with parasites or viruses that move in and don't move out, like herpes and many, many others. We don't want things moving into our field that we don't invite and that don't belong there. So go ahead and track. Take a moment or two and repair and mend any parts in your field that need repair. Anything that you find that doesn't belong there. Release. Push it out. And now close your eyes for a moment and scan the inside of your Wiracocha. Wira means sacred in the Andean language, and Cocha means a spring or the source of the sacred, the source of your sacred body. This is your being. This is who you are in between births and deaths until you free yourself from the cycle of birth and death, and then you acquire an awakened luminous body. But this is our vessel that has taken us through so many incarnations from the very beginning of time itself. But this vessel is bound to time, so it switches between time and timelessness. And now I'd like you to reach down to your sides and gather the folds of your Wiracocha, this radiant ball of this orb of light, this radiant sun, and bring it back above your head, feeling its warmth, its pulsation, and bringing it into your body. Healing yourself down your face, your neck, healing yourself from that source that informs all of life.